Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, depending on where you are tuning in from. But we are jumping into the final action of the European Masters Ultimate Club Championships, where we see the pinnacle of the Open Division, the finals of the Open Division between Izno Master and Magic Toast. Both of these teams are coming strong into this particular final. Both of these teams are undefeated so far in this tournament. Izno Master are sitting at 4 games and 4 wins. 58 points for them and 27 points against them. So pretty nice goal difference of 31 points. And Magic Toast, 4 games, 4 wins, 0 losses. 60 points for them and 30 points against them. So a little bit more points that they scored, but a little bit more points that they have conceded. So goal difference is 30, only 30. So the goal difference between the two teams is only one goal. They have not met in this tournament yet, and it's going to be one exciting match. We see Magic Toast in white at the moment, so Magic Toast currently have bageled for their first game AUT Bumblebee. It was 15-0 result. Then they have disposed of Uprising Ultimate 15-10. Magic Toast against Bonsai 15-9. That was yesterday. It was an exciting game. And Magic Toast Hardfish Masters for the semifinals was 15-11 game. And we see the noisy Lesec players definitely getting noisy there. They have had also, yeah, quite close games too. So 15-5 first against Corinne, then another pool play that was a universe point game. 13-12 against Silence, the Czech team. Then Izno Master went through Handel with Care, the Israeli team, of course, in the quarterfinals, and then Old CS against Izno Master was 15-4. So in both quarterfinals and semifinals, Izno Master were not really tested very hard, while Magic Toast, yeah, they also had the games with a 4-6 point difference. However, also nothing really bothered them, I guess, in this matchups. So this is going to be an exciting game. I think both of these teams are coming in firing, and both of these teams are looking at a win over here. We have Magic Toast starting on their offense, so Noisy Lisek or Izno Master are going to be in red, and Magic Toast are going to be in white. I will be updating you, of course, on every point and every assist and every score, and this is a beautiful cross hammer for the score and for a great first clean hold for Magic Toast. That was picture perfect for them. Let's see that replay. Nice whiplashy throw outside in, curving in, never going anywhere but into the hands of the receiver. Beautiful throw and amazing replay. Thank you. And as promised, of course, that was Tom Martin Hall to Josh Kima for that first point. Beautiful stuff. Right, and here is the ball, this time going to Izno. Izno, good movement over there. Matthew Müller started us off, and oh, looks like a pick, and this pass that Müller has made is going to stand, of course, looks like. And we've got Kwon Yuen with the disc and passing it to the near sideline, and a high disc and taken away. Unfortunately, I think that was... can't really see the number very well, unfortunately. Well, let's see that again. Actually, I don't think that this shot was on, or at least it did not come out the way that the player there wanted. Yeah, it's quite clear, of course, that this disc got slightly overturned and did not go the way as planned. And we see some players of the previous matchup, of the previous final, are clearing the fields. The day of the finals only, and exciting, of course, to see all of them. I'm not going to spoil you who won the women's finals, but it was definitely an exciting game. And we've got another long shot for Magic Toast. Let's see, two people fighting under it. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a call. Will there be? Yes, there will be. I was pretty sure that this much body contact and boxing out is not going to be tolerated by the players. However, after a short discussion, good to see that good spirit, good to see a good communication there between the teams. We've got a turnover, so Izno are going to have another opportunity and another crack on that offense, of course. Fakes, very emphatic fakes over there. Long shot for Izno, and this time, oh no, bouncing off the hand once again of the Izno receiver. And very unfortunate, giving another opportunity for Magic Toast. He did the great thing. He did elevate for that disc, but it did not work out for Izno this time. Once again, Magic Toast looking at their first break. Good communication there, requesting to clear the space there, and nice clean cut, much better. And oh, that was a little dicey for sure. That disc was hanging a little bit longer than the receiver would have wanted, but well held over there, and a pick clearly called on the field. Matt Bevan there is returning the disc back to his player. And Matt Bevan, of course, if I remember correctly, he was a stats leader, no? He was the third in the stats, actually, together with his teammate Steve Goldhammer, who is the second. But Izno Master Player is actually leading the leaderboard at the moment with 14 assists and 8 goals so far. That would be Bekesh Anye. And we've got another turnover. Izno will be able to pick it up and get a bit of a redemption, and get another opportunity to score that hold for themselves. So far, not many options, needing to go to their own end zone, getting pushed a little bit backwards. Cavino working with his handlers. Looks like a bit of a foul on a mark. Miller is going to call that. Maybe the mark is a little bit too close from the Magic Toast players. And a bit of a violation. Players moving a little too early. All right, and we are underway once again, and a long cut and a long shot. Is that going to be good? Yes, this time it is going to be good, and it is going to be a score for Izno Master team. We've got Matthew Miller with that long shot. Let's have a look at that again. And Bekesh Anye, they're accelerating and jumping right in time to mark that in. So, yeah, as you see on your screens, we've got some great graphics. Yeah, look at that throw. That's not an easy thing to do. And as well, great body awareness, great field awareness for Eric Bekesh Anye for that score. Right, let's see the disc being brought to the front of the end zone, and Magic Toast are getting us underway. Lots of shoulder fakes, lots of movement of the disc. Quite clear cuttings, very clear lanes for Magic Toast so far. Pretty good one. And this is another crossfield long shot. Steve Goldhammer charging this particular shot for his teammate. Not an easy, so a bit of an asking, of course, for Josh Kima there, but a score nonetheless. And nice clean hold, and that needed a bit of asking. So yeah, but Josh Kima, the teammate there, yeah, did pretty well to hold on to this particular disc, so well done to him. And great job for Magic Toast, and yeah, like I've mentioned, Magic Toast are being led by Steve Coldhammer, the thrower over there. Not the first assist in this tournament for him. He has already had 12, and this is his 13th assist, and 8 goals brings us to a total of 21 points in this tournament. So the second one in the stats. And Eric Bekashanye, I've mentioned him earlier in this game, and he is the one leading the stats at the moment and have a 2-point separation. And an unfortunate turnover there. That gives an opportunity for the Magic Toast to open up that break. And a long shot, getting close, and right into the hands of the receiver there. Beautiful throw, absolutely beautiful. Mark Penny is the author of that upline shot to Jack Aspen. Looks like a bit of a timeout after the first break. Izno Master are not used to being broken, of course, during this tournament, so not a surprise that they would like to talk about that and maybe calm down their nerves and find and grind and get a break back. Of course, Izno Master is one of these teams coming from Noisy Le Sec, and yeah, they've made a name for themselves, I think, in the earlier seasons, and lots of success, of course, and also, as you can see, in the Masters division on the European scene. In the finals, quite comfortably, no losses, not really conceding many points, and almost all of them, of course, played for the French Open Masters team last year. Some external players, of course, but it's a bit of a reunion team for them. And yeah, great information there provided by the fellow commentators, so we always thank them for it. And this time, Izno are punching that in after a few moves, of course, and a few passes. We got that disc into the end zone, so maybe not an exciting and long shot, but that is also clinical ultimate. Some short shots, just taking the opportunity and taking what is given and seeing the spaces. Mathieu Lepomelet to Eric Beckerchanier. Once again. Eric Beckerchanier is getting away in the leaderboard over there, and that brings us to 2-3. And thanks to our ground crew, of course, for providing the graphics and the replays. Thanks to Felix for working on these cameras and helping us setting up the streams. Great work by the ground crew, by the timekeepers, and by the scorekeepers as well, keeping our scheduling alive and bringing us the numbers as soon as the points are scored. And another long shot for Magic Toast. Is it going to be good? Ooh, the bid was there. The disc was there, and unfortunately the disc did sail away from the hands. And I hope that the player there coming up with the bid is feeling all right. Yeah, he takes a little bit of a takes some time to get up, but that was a hard impact. As you can see, these are the turf fields. They can be a little bit hard sometimes. And looks like he's going to call an injury, probably a bit winded. That was not a very pleasant landing, I can tell you that. But good to see that he is walking away on his own two legs. Of course, going to be helped by his teammates there, and yeah, good job. That was a great effort, that is for sure. We're gonna check that disc in, gonna start moving. Somebody else clearly is going to pick up that disc. And Izno are now looking at their first possibility for a score. Isn't that exciting? So they just took a timeout very recently to try to compose themselves and find something for themselves to get back into this game after conceding their first break, and now they have their first break opportunity. So whatever was said in that timeout looks like it worked. Let's see if that's going to be converted into a score. Ooh, that's a great find and not an easy shot to execute. And now a long around shot and another bit, this time from Izno player, and also unfortunately not working out for them. Eric Bukashinu, that was that throw, but unfortunately not working out for them. And Magic Toast are back at it, and nice clear cutting once again. It's good to see that. No mess, and very clear passes too. Bevan there with the disc, one of the stat leaders for that Magic Toast side. Good movement there, and that long shot is going to be perfect if there wouldn't be a pick on a field before the throw. Quite unfortunate, of course, for the players to bring it all back, as it was a pretty nice throw over there from number 9, Josh Kim. And Matt Bevan once again charging up a swing and finding his reset, a bit of a super dump, going back quite a few meters. Now Bevan once again with the disc, a trusted handler on that Magic Toast side. And captain of the Magic Toast team. Originally from Leicester, but currently living in Twycross, a teacher from there, and approximately 25 years of playing experience for Matt Bevan. And unfortunately for his team at the moment, Izno managed to intercept that previous disc, and yeah, that looked like there was quite a lot of contact for TT, Etienne Michon, and it is accepted. So we're gonna get started once again. So Izno are going to look at another opportunity to score a break. So quite long possessions and good patience from both of the teams, but unfortunately the defensive pressure is doing quite a good job from both of them. And Izno now knocking on the doorstep and with a nice offhand backhand uh, pushing it into the end zone for a score. We have Frédéric Bedard to Vincent Gibet for that score. And that's a break for Izno. So they are clawing a break back. That was not an easy point for either of the teams, and they are managing to get it back. And they are managing to stay on serve. However, Izno, if it's going to stay on serve, Izno will virtually actually receive in throw the last pull if we will get to the universe point situation, and of course that is not something that they would want. They would definitely want to score another break to get the upper hand there, and also start the second half with from receiving that pull. So that would be a great advantage for them, but we will see if that's going to work out. It looks like maybe this time we've got Magic Toast taking a bit of a timeout. And maybe wanting to compose themselves a little bit. Lots of noise, of course, on the field, lots of support coming everywhere. And always exciting to see that. And always exciting to see an exciting final with that kind of exciting plays. And that is a turnover. And the boys from Noisy Attack are definitely celebrating that. That was one heck of a layout and one heck of a play. Great throw as well. Maybe a little bit too close to the defense there. But it does work out for Izno pretty well. So they will be able to get another opportunity for a break. Interesting to hear different instructions to some of the players. And Izno now doing pretty well. Good and quick movement of the disc. A bit of a double cutting here and there, but doing pretty well regardless. And now knocking on the doorstep just a few meters out of the end zone, and that is a blady lefty flick for the end zone and for a score and for a celebration. I would love to take care of the disc a little bit more, so not a fan of spiky celebration, but still a celebration, of course, ensues. We've got Juan Amado, who is a captain of that Izno Master team. He is actually Colombian, but captaining that particular team, and that was to Kovu Nguyen for that score. So that was what caused the turnover, that kind of play. So Amazing, amazing defense. And after that, that lefty shot into the end zone from Juan Amado to Koh Nguyen. So that means that Izno are going to take an outright lead, of course, here. Uh, the half times don't matter anymore. They are leading this game, and they will be in the lead, and Magic Toast would need to score a few breaks if they want to change that. That was a great play, of course, and when some people say like, oh, but Masters Division is not as exciting, people are slower, watch this game, and maybe you watch also the previous Club World Masters Championships. That was also a few amazing games over there. If you think that you can keep up with some of the Masters from the teams like Boneyard, good luck. That was some exciting teams there. And of course, Magic Toast are also running pretty hard. Unfortunately, that disc is going a little bit too far for the receiver. And Izno, short field for a third break in a row. What's going on with Magic Toast? It looks like the toast is getting a little bit burned there. Izno. Nice pass. Now on the far sideline. And a hammer and overhead for a score for another break. Oh, that is not something that the Magic Toast would have wanted. Looks like, yes, the toast is not magic anymore. Looks like the toast is getting a little bit burned. And thanks to, of course, Vincent Gibier, we are getting another point. And Koh Nguyen, second point in a row. He will take it, I'm sure. And he will get excited. And yeah, nice to score 2 points in a row. 2 defensive points in a row. And that brings us to half 3. 5-3, sorry. And Izno are going to come out firing, I'm sure, with that defense. Probably they are shifting around some people, as maybe some of the players are getting a little bit tired. But Magic Toast need to find a not even a break, but rather a hold over there, as in this level, a few breaks can be quite decisive in this game, and at this moment, Izno are 2 breaks up on Magic Toast. But Magic Toast are doing pretty well, but looks like Izno are just covering all of the lanes and just staying closer on the offense. However, yeah, that particular cut was not covered very well. And finally, Magic Toast are finding their feet and getting back into this game. Tom Martin Hall there with the assist to Steve Coldhammer. So Steve Coldhammer back in the stat boards, and Martin Hall once again another assist. I'm gonna pick up the second assist for himself. So yeah, the usual suspects, so to say. we see on the screens. And let's see if Magic Toast will be able to find another gear and find some defensive gear now, as they would need that quite importantly. And otherwise, Izno are now in a driving seat for this game, and all they need to do now is basically just hold, which sounds easy, right? Just throw some frisbees to your teammates and it's all gonna be fine, but I'm sure that Magic Toast are gonna put quite a lot of defensive pressure on that, and yeah, it looks like quite a lot of pressure for Müller, who needed to go an overhead shot, which was great, but then that opened up a lot of space, of course, for his teammates, and now they are getting very close. And yeah, just a few more passes, and Becca Chanier for Le Pomelet for that all exciting 6-4 score. So another quick hold for Izno, and we are getting quite close to the halftime. So 6-4, a couple points for Izno, a couple points more if Magic Toast would want to win this particular half. So let's see how it plays out. And that pull is great. I do remember one particular coach of Izno who was saying that pulling and fielding the pull are very important and often overlooked parts of the game, and that was pretty good, of course, and a good double coverage of that disc basically from the same team, and after a few more passes, Magic Toast are managing, despite that amazing pull from Izno's side, to punch it in and get another score for themselves. Very quick movements of the disc, but looked very similar to Izno. Maybe they're taking a page of their own book, and Matt Bevan and John Howell connecting in the end zone. So Matt Bevan are getting back onto the scorecard, and yeah, John Howell getting his first point of this particular game. Matt Bevan, of course, the captain of Magic Toast, and one of the leaders of the scoreboard in the open division. Let's see what's Magic Toast cooking for their defense, and if they will be able to pick up a few breaks of their own. And Izno, yeah, that looked a little bit dangerous, I think. That disc almost hit the player, who then quite smartly left that disc drop all the way out of the back line, and that gives him a bit of a position and some good yardage. And unfortunately for Kevin O, I think he slowed down for that disc, and that was taken away by Magic Toast. And Toast now have a very, very short field to work with. Bevan with the disc, but looks like there is a bit of a stoppage on the field. slap of a hand, I think some players accelerated through each other, and that looks like a stall count is 1, and Bevan is going to pick up the disc. Nice swing, cold hammer, back to Bevan, and Bevan with a slip into the end zone, but that was a pick on a play. So the defender there was not able to go through the bodies of their players and got a bit screened, and in Ultimate we do not like that. That goes against the rules, so we're gonna send the disc back and we're gonna try that one more time. And Bevan, same shot. I'm not sure if that was the same receiver, but it works nonetheless for that nice inside shot. Nice flick shot for Mark Penny, of course. And that means that, yeah, Magic Toast are responding. They are responding in with another break, and we are all level at 6-6. Exciting stuff. Exciting game. And let's see if we're gonna get to a galaxy point. Wouldn't that be exciting? We've got plenty of time, of course, on the clock. We've got approximately half of the time available to us. If I remember correctly, we still have 70-minute games, and it would be still the similar time and the similar rules as we've had in the pool play. Sometimes games are extended for the finals, but I'm pretty sure that they stay the same as they are. So slightly shorter games than with the usual format, where the games are 100 minutes, so only 70 minutes here. But games are still played to 15, and very often the games are actually finished at 15. And considering how fast these two particular teams are going through the points, I wouldn't be surprised if we will get to 15 within the time limit, and maybe even to the universe point 15. Foreshadowing? Let's see what's gonna happen. Magic Toast with a pull. And Izno are starting their movement pretty well, but good coverage by the Magic Toast players. Quite a lot of body contact I see, and yeah, I'm not surprised that Izno players are not going to be happy about that. I think there is quite a lot of body contacts and quite a lot of body checking and shoulder-to-shoulder contact. I'm sure that some of the GB players are more used to that kind of a physical play. I'm sure some of the Izno players are okay with it, but some of them aren't, so it is about figuring out a little bit like how comfortable are you and how much contact you're willing to take. Of course, Ultimate is a non-contact sport, but some contact, of course, some nations are playing with a bit more or a bit less contact. Yeah, we've seen that long, beautiful shot, Mathieu Lepomelier to Eric Becquet-Chagnier for another score, and 7-6, bringing us ever closer to the halftime. Mathieu Lepomelier there. Some of his teammates are calling him Money. Lives in Paris and played for about 17 years. Look for backhand huck. I'm not sure if it was a backhand huck that he threw. I think it was a forehand, but that was still quite nice. And of course, national experience of France. As I mentioned, most of these players have been with the club in the past, and many players went to French Open Masters team last year. And yeah, exciting, very exciting stuff. And I'm sure that they are excited to play together once again. And Bekeshanu, the stat leader, is picking up another point. He's a med student from Paris. Never too old to be a student, I guess. And he's an offensive cutter, and quite an effective offensive cutter, I can tell you. That's for sure, with these kind of scoreboard stats. And as we are getting ever closer to the halftime, if Izno are going to score this break, then they will receive, of course, the next point, and that would be great for them. If not, then we are going to be all tied at sevens, and we will get a bit of a galaxy point. So exciting, exciting. Looks like a timeout was called. Was there a timeout called? Probably a timeout was called during this point, as this break took a little bit, quite a while. So it's very hot in Vienna, I must tell you. It's about 30 degrees, so I'm sure that players want to take as many timeouts as they can. And I'm sure that the other team would appreciate it too. Of course, we don't want any heat strokes to see. Even though these particular teams are only going to play one game today, but yesterday it was also quite a hot day in Vienna. Izno now, quite active cutting, and very good looks of their handlers, and good finds. Great throwing, and a nice peel off there into the end zone. And Izno are scoring there. Oh, my apologies, actually. The previous point was a galaxy point, so we did finish that on time. That's why Izno started this point with a possession. So my apologies, I missed the part that the half was at 7, and that's exactly what happened. So the half was scored at 7. Izno received in this particular point and scored a clean hold. So Juan Amado, the captain of this team, to none other than Eric Bekeshanu. Once again, Eric strikes and gets another point for his amazing scoreboard lead. Exciting stuff, and as I've mentioned, this is quite good for Izno. As oh, that is a death corner, and that's not going to be easy to get out of, but they do, as the handler there touched the disc as it was rolling. He would need to start at the very back of his own end zone, and that's exactly what happened. And Izno, almost a Callahan, an interception and run in, and an easy break for Izno Master. An unfortunate throwaway resulting in a quick break, and Julien Plas to the captain of the team, Juan Amado. Guillaume Plas also has his own nickname there, Giklu, getting that disc into the end zone. He started in 1998, so 44 years of age. One of the veteran players, of course, and as you can see, still throwing absolute times into the end zone and playing heads-up defense for his team. lots of ultimate experience, of course, and always exciting. And nice to see that his sporting hero is Nasser Beyvogel, who is now playing in the European Ultimate Championships, World Ultimate Championships, I'm sorry, all the way back in Australia, and great to see how they give each other props. And have you realized what happened? Unfortunately for Magic Toast, they did throw once again a disc to no one, which Izno, no hesitation, just gonna punch in another break, bring us to 10-6. Francois Joubier to Clément Gelou. That will bring us to 10-6 and 3 breaks in a row. This half was all Izno master. There were not a single point by Magic Toast so far, so I would not be surprised if we're going to see a timeout taken by the Magic Toast, as that's not something that you would want to see and not how you would want to feel. Francois Joubier gonna pick up his first point of the game, and I think Clément Gelou is going to pick his first point of this particular game. Break point, and great for them. I think Magic Toast need to refocus a little bit, as I don't think that whatever Izno is cooking is up for their liking. So quick switching there for Izno, and that's a great pickup for Magic Toast, but I think this is a bit of a nervous throwing, and throwing a little bit imprecisely. That's once again a very difficult reception. I think they're getting a bit nervous. But that's a great pickup, and I think they need to punch that in if they would want to get their confidence back. I think the body language of this throws is a slightly different one than the previous one, and that disc was down. I'm sure that they are devastated right now, and Izno are hyped, absolutely hyped. With that, another opportunity of scoring that. Looks like everything is working for them right now. And lots of unforced error from Magic Toast. I think they are a little bit maybe a bit in their own heads right now, but that was a beautiful bit there to get the disc back. Unfortunately, that didn't work out, and disc is staying with Izno. Now getting very close to the end zone, red zone there, and a hammer. Crossfield hammer. It's going to be picked up by the Magic Toast, and a leading pass. Is it going to be good? It's going to be perfect. So they managed to keep it together and managed, after a turnover, still get the possession and still get this particular point. That was not an easy point for them, but with sheer grit, they managed to keep it alive. That all worked just because of this imprecise hammer. That wasn't too long. It was a good idea, but there was a defender under it, and then just a couple of passes long. That's a beautiful, beautiful shot like this. To put it with that kind of touch so it sits in the air beautifully. Well done. Very well done to Josh Kim. And great run by Matt Bevan for that score. Matt Bevan picking up another point for this particular goal, and that's going to bring us to 10-7. And unfortunately, yeah, like I mentioned earlier, Magic Toast are making quite a lot of unforced errors. And Magic Toast now getting ready to pull. Maybe their defensive efforts are gonna go in a slightly better way than their offensive ones, as quite a lot of mistakes on offense cost them their lead and now cost them. Now they are looking at a 3-point gap to Izno. And unfortunately, after this game, one of these teams will have one loss recorded for them. Both of them are coming undefeated into this particular matchup. And unfortunately, one of these teams are going to be still undefeated and one of these teams will pick up their first loss of the tournament. Unfortunately for that team, it's going to be a loss in the final and a second place in that European Masters Ultimate Club Championships. A bit of a stoppage on the field. Looks like an offensive foul. Interesting, and it is contested. So the disc is coming back. If I read the situation correctly, that's probably what happens. So that is going to be checked in. And nice lateral pass to the second handler. A great bid, and this one is going to be perfect once again. A bid is required, and the bid has come for Izno players. And Kevin O is showing us how it's done on the receiving end of that. And Eric Bekeshanu, well, if he's not if he's not scoring points, he's going to be throwing points. Looks like he is a scoring machine over there. They do have a player who they actually calling machine occasionally, but I'm surprised that it's not Eric Bekeshania because he looks like a scoring machine if you look at that. And yeah, he's gonna pick up another point for his name. And Kevin O, I'm gonna pick up another point for the goal. And please don't tell Stefan Rapasso what score is that, because it is time for a Slurpee. I'm not sure if they sell Slurpees in Australia, but I'm sure he's probably drinking one over there and watching his old team that he has coached for the World Masters Club Championships in Limerick a few years ago. Hopefully he's watching and they're making him proud. Magic Toast are gonna get us started with that offense. I'm gonna move the disc once, twice, and a nice inside shot there. Good find. Now goes around. Another inside shot. No long cuts available for the continuation, so needing to go back. Another gaining pass. Once again, a lateral one. And no cuts available, but finally finds an inside shot into the beginning of the stack. Lateral shot. And yeah, no gainers available. Now finally finds his teammate cutting under. Lateral one, once again. Looks like a lot of dump and swing, but that last shot went into the end zone. So beautiful score for Magic Toast. They are holding on for their dear life, but they need to score. They need to score some breaks to get back into this game and get us a little bit closer. Of course, Tom Lees there, connecting with the captain of the team, Matt Bevan. So Tom Lees, 34-year-old, of course, from the Magic Toast. I don't think that I have seen him either on the scoring or receiving end of any points so far, but that has changed in this particular one. So Matt Bevan, of course, as the captain of the team, scoring quite a lot of points and helping his team there. So 11-8, quite a substantial lead for Izno Masters. In the closing stages of this game, we've got approximately 12-13 minutes left of the regulation time, and of course I would not be surprised if we're going to be playing a game to 15 regardless of the time. A roller pull by Magic Toast, and Izno are walking it into the end zone line and gonna get us started. And a long shot right away. 4 people under it, 2 offense, 2 defense, and yeah, good contact avoidance. Love to see that. And Magic Toast are coming down with an interception there. So I don't think that anybody had a proper good read on that disc, and maybe the Magic Toast defender did, and good to see that nobody came out injured, as it did look a bit of a hospital pass, and looks like a bit of a pick is called on that particular play. I'm not sure if that attack. Oh, okay, yes, it did affect the play. So Izno player is gonna get a little bit closer, as he was impeded. His movement was impeded by another player on the field. And nice. That's a nice shot, of course, for Magic Toast, and they are scoring a break to themselves. So Jake Haspin to Jose Espinosa for that 11-9 score. If Izno gonna concede another throw, another break, that might be a 9-11 emergency for them, as it is right now the score. Let's see that replay of the celebration. If we can see the replay of that particular shot, that would be great, but maybe that is not technically possible, not this time. But that was a great nice pivot and a great throw into the end zone. Good to see an exciting game, and yeah, breaks for both of the teams. It's just that looks like Izno can just focus up on a particular one and go on a run, while Magic Toast are just chipping away, a break here, a break there, and bringing it back slowly but steadily. So let's see, with about 10 minutes left on the clock. Let's see if they will manage to do that, and that's a great pickup by Izno. I was sure that this disc is down and it's a turnover, but doesn't look like it. And oh, there is a bit of a collision on the field. I'm not sure if there was a collision with his own teammate or not, but the disc is probably gonna be held and will stay with Izno, as they have never lost possession. I don't think that this particular catch was made with any kind of contact, so don't think that even if there was a foul, it would be an indirect foul and would not influence the possession. So this should stay most likely where it is. So Izno are going to discuss and check the disc in. Once again, very quick movement, great connection. You can see lots of chemistry between the players on that Izno squad. And yeah, they definitely know how to get open, and they definitely know where to be, how to create spaces. And I'm sure both of these teams, but it looks like Izno are a little bit more drilled, and Magic Toast are playing a little bit more organic. Regardless, that brought them to these finals. And yeah, they are definitely scoring a few breaks. Oh, that was a cheeky pass, very cheeky, and that blade was whoa, that was not an easy to pick up, and a sliding grab over there. I wasn't even sure if that was up or down, and hopefully the player is alright there. So Eric Bekashanye, once again, throwing some amazing shots, but yeah, this was a bit dangerous, I would say, and yeah, well done for Spapens for picking that up. And a Belgian player, actually, Benoit Spapens from Brussels, picking up that score for himself.
Let's go, Izno! Let's go!
Izno are getting ever closer to closing off this game, so it is now 12-9. And Izno, of course, would be looking at scoring another break, while Magic Toast will try to hold and then possibly get another break for themselves. That would make things quite exciting. So let's see what's going to happen as the disc is bricked out of bounds. That means that it was never touched the playing area of the field and went out of bounds, so the players have an opportunity to either play from a place where the disc left the playing area in the air, or go into the middle of the field and approximately 18 meters into the center part of the field, something that we call a brick mark. And Magic Toast electing to do that after that. Quite a lot of passes are required to move the disc around, but bring it quite close to the red zone. Almost knocking on the doorstep of another goal and a stoppage in the on the downfield area. We've got a bit of a pick back there, so yeah, some players' movement, defensive players' movement was impeded by another player. And that is something that doesn't work in Ultimate and goes against the rules. A bit of a contact once again, looks like a bit of a push-off, shake of a hand, but still a bit of a stoppage. So Magic Toast still holding the possession and scoring a clean hold for themselves. That looked quite good. Tom Lees with the goal, and Steve Goldhammer. Sorry, Tom Lees with an assist, and Steve Goldhammer with the goal. Nice high release and a nice lasering shot. Great timing, perfect timing for the players. Steve Goldhammer is a player from the USA, and yeah, exciting to see, of course, some international players on many of these teams, and he's one of the stat leaders. I think he's in the top 3 in the leaderboard of the division, so I'm sure that he's a great addition to the team, and oof, that was not a pleasant landing for Izno. And Magic Toast once again are chipping away and chipping away and chipping away on that, but not this time. Izno are getting back their possession, but looks like there's going to be a bit of a discussion, so maybe a bit of a contact on that reception. Unfortunately, we can't listen to that conversation. We can only see the body language there. And looks like it's gonna be foul contest. A little bit too much contact on that reception, so the disc will go back. Everybody should go back to where they were when the disc was released. And we will get once again underway with Magic Toast looking at another defensive break. Possible defensive break, of course, to themselves. Very tight mark, of course, by Izno. Of course, they are hungry to get this disc back after losing it on their own possession. But this time, yeah, just chipping away our Magic Toast, while Izno are probably preparing another run. Josh Kim was that assist and scored by Matt Bevan, the captain of this Magic Toast squad, with the goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see a timeout coming out of the Izno, as they would want to collect themselves and get themselves close to closing out this game. They still have a 1-point advantage. In this game, and probably just a couple minutes of game time left. So we might be actually playing not a game to 15, maybe a game to 13 or 14. We'll see, of course. It depends on the next point and depends on how much time we will have left after that. Magic Toast pulling once again, a bit of a roller pull. It's like they are being quite effective for them, but they are falling quite quickly, providing quite a lot of space and quite a lot of time to get the offense moving. Good gainer there for Bekirchenier. A few more shots, and we are on the far sideline now. Moving that disc very quickly, and past the beating defender. Winding up is Tasia. Oh, looks like a bit of an injury call, so I'm sure that the bodies are getting tired. There's been plenty of play time for these teams over this weekend. This is their 5th game for both of the teams over a 3-day tournament. That's actually not that much. Sometimes you do play like 3-4 teams. Of course, Masters Division, maybe the stamina is not as good as it was before, but still. Yeah, that's still quite a good amount of games over the course of a weekend. And of course the bragging rights, we all know that. Bekirchenier once again with a pass into the end zone with a score. Once again picking up another point. Oh, my apologies, that was Le Pommelier to Benoit Spappens. So, good player. Is picking up another point. And yeah, Lepomole or Mani picking up another point there for Izno. And Benoit Spappens from Belgium can pick up another point for himself. And we're gonna take a quick break as players are taking break on the field, and we will be back after these messages. Talking about Belgium, very good, very good transition there from our producer. And of course, we're gonna be all excited to watch the EUCF finals, the best 16 mixed open and women's team in Europe are gonna come together to Ostende in Belgium and play it out to figure out who is the best this year, who's got the best process, who got the best pickups, who got the best players for this particular season. And what a season it's been so far. It's an exciting season. We've got also the youth championships this year. We've got the Masters Club championships, as you can see over here, that we are watching, and exciting year in Ultimate, and of course World Ultimate Championships being played in Australia. But these players, I'm sure, do not care so far about this particular championships, and looks like Izno are deciding to go on another run, and with that emphatic block of a long shot, they might be looking ever closer to get the winning score in this particular game. Knocking on the doorstep, and that is another point and possibly a game. I wasn't entirely sure if this game was over and if the time is over, but Juan Amado to Francois Joubert for the 14-11 score. Not a game, so it will be a game to 15 regardless of time. Number 31 there, Francois Joubert, picking up a point for himself, and Juan Amado this time picking up an assist. So the captain of that particular squad. We see some cheering for the Magic Toast, but that sounded a little bit more like a specific type of a shark there. But still, maybe a magic shark, Magic Toast. I mean, kind of works. Of course, Magic Toast would hope to score a few more breaks and to get us a lot closer to 14-14 universe points. Wouldn't that be nice? But let's see what's going to happen. So far, Magic Toast are moving the disc around quite well, and a long shot is coming. Let's see who's got faster legs. Let's see who can pick that up, and that disc was never coming back, and Izno are also tracking down that disc a lot faster. Is there a discussion on the field? Looks like there was a foul on a throw, and it is accepted. So thanks to the hand signals of is that number? Not entirely sure. Can't see that number very well. I think it might be number 55, but I don't have him on my roster. Could be Emmanuel Gibou or Manu there, and the disc is coming back. Oh no, that is TT, Etienne Michon there, accepting the foul, and disc is coming back, almost being thrown to the ground and given once again to Izno, but disc is still moving around very well, and wind up, and an inside shot for Magic Toast, with lots of encouragement of making that catch. Get it, boy, and he did get it indeed. So Josh Kim there with the score, and Tom Lees with the assist. Great shot over there, an inside backhand shot. Beautiful one. Let's look at it once again. Yeah, lots of space for him to throw into, and he could, I'm sure, calculate that perfectly. So 14-12 is the result. Izno can do it right here and right now. They just need another point. And it will be all over. And their European title will be confirmed, of course. All right. Let's see what's going to happen. And Magic Toast, look at that. That is a quick break for them. They are bringing that game very quickly. And yeah, very quick break. And that's getting us close to a universe point. I'm sure that that's not something that Izno would want, but something that Magic Toast, the only opportunity for a win is only through a universe point, as we already have a team that have 14 points. So Steve Walton there to Matt Bevan for that break. And Izno gonna get another offensive shot into closing off this game. Let's see. Oh, that I think that is exactly the plan of Izno over there, of trapping the disc on in this death corner. Once again, an overhead throw, and looks like a bit of an injury, or maybe a bit of a push off. Could be a bit of a push-off, and I think, not sure, if there was a contact between the players, then yes, that could have been a violation, but I'm not entirely sure if there was. Anyway, looks like the players are happy with that, and they will check the disc, and Matt Bevan's going to check the disc. Izno, good movement. Needing to go back. Now a short gainer, playing among handlers mostly, not so much available. Still count is rising. Finally finds a channel to get it to his handler. Now far side, quick around, once again going back. Another gainer, nothing available upfield, so needs to go back, and another swing. Oh, and that was a miscommunication. Looked like a miscommunication, and looks like a foul has been called by the thrower, and Matt Bevan will accept that foul. Yeah, looks like the stall is going to be one, and Izno can't really find any space to run into. Seems like everything is covered by the defense. This time, a long shot's coming, but not taken, and a pick was called on Spapens there. Not sure. Probably the disc will stay with Spapens. No, it will not. It will go back as that reception. Quick check in. Still looking for options, and ooh, that was a lot of contact on that disc. I'm pretty sure that the possession has been established, and Bekesh Agne is gonna, yeah, is not gonna discuss it much. Good spirits by Jake Haspin there. Bekesh Agne unfortunately throwing into the defensive player, and that means Magic Toast are now scoring another break. And what do you know? Universe point. I did call it. I did call it. And I did say that it would be exciting and the only way for them to get there. And Magic Toast are getting into Universe for the championship. Yeah, that was the strip. I'm pretty sure that the strip was called over there. And then after that, Bekeshanya did throw into the defender, and then that went up in the air, and Tom Martin Hall picked up another point, and Jake Haspin picked up another assist. Universe point, ladies and gentlemen, Universe point. Izno Master were in the driver's seat basically the whole game. They went on 2 runs, on 2 break runs, and as I've been saying, Magic Toast did concede quite a lot of breaks, but they were just chipping away. 1 break here, 1 break there, and now 2 breaks in a row. If they score another one, this is going to be championships, European Masters Club Championships, EMUCC, and all Izno needs to do is hold this particular point. If they can manage that, the championship will be theirs. But they have had 3 chances at that. 3. Since it was 14-11, now it's 14-14. I'm sure that nerves are playing with them a little bit. They just need to calm their nerves, and they just need to punch it in. Being finish, of course, of this particular division. Once again, both of these teams undefeated here. And let's see, Izno now fielding the pull. Quick movement to the side. So they usually start. They're working quite a lot with their handlers and trusting them a lot. Nice fakes and a long shot going. I'm not sure that the receiver was aware of that, but that doesn't matter because he has managed to pick that disc up and find the trajectory, read the disc perfectly, and score that winning point. Kobo Nguyen with that shot, quite a risky shot, and Frédéric Prédat with that point. Oh my god, he was running the completely other way and managed to outrun his defender as well and pick up that particular point. So congratulations to Izno Master. Were quite a lot of interesting comments happening yesterday regarding their performance, and of course congratulations to them. Undefeated in the whole tournament. Magic Toast undefeated until they've met Izno Master. They fought great. They went on a late run of breaks, and unfortunately they were just 1 break short in this particular game. I will leave you with this few replays of all of the highlights. I've been Dmitry Doroshenko. It's been a pleasure to have you with me in many of these games, and an exciting tournament. There is one more final, mixed final. Go watch that coming up right after that, and I'll leave it here. Thank you for listening and take care.